All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. For gaze 4, it's all right. We fixed the typo on the title. All right, we fixed it. We fixed it. We're all good. All right, let's get in the game. Holy moly, we are satisfactoring, satisfactoring, and I need my volume for the game to not be that high. I need it to be about there, which did not change it for you. Don't worry, it only changed it for me. So we are. Well, for one, I keep taking focus off Satisfactory, which stops the music. So, playing Satisfactory, been on and off on the channel over the course of a couple of years, I think. I've played Satisfactory on and off. We are as far as we have ever been in this game, and man, I just wanted to play it again tonight, and I thought, you know what, if I'm going to play tonight, I might as well stream tonight as well. So that's what we're doing. It is Merry Ficsmas. Which means there's lots of presents dropping from the sky, but I'm not interested in that because that is not productive, and we're going to be productive. What we're doing is we're working on a new factory, so we're going to head out there since we did not log out at our new factory, which is kind of a shame, but hey, I had to come here because I had a hard drive to chuck into the hard drive reader. The MAM, the MAM. I forgot what the MAM stands for. But yeah, we have our starting base, which is basically this area, and we've sort of spread out amongst the rocky outcrop. We have the beginning of a potential mega factory that I've actually just been using as a kind of like a notepad to sort of plan out stuff and to plop down assemblers and constructors, all that sort of stuff to sort of try and think through what I want to make. But in the end, we have decided to go and exploit some new nodes, which is what we were in the process of doing yesterday. So we're going to do more of that tonight. Hopefully, we can be productive. Hopefully, we can actually get some production up and running. The challenge is going to be that I don't yet know exactly what I'm going to use the materials for. We're going to a place that I often in the past have used as a coal power plant, although we do have fracking now, so we can also expand our oil power plants. Shit, that might be something we need to do as well. There's so many things. Analysis paralysis is real in this game. 100% real. It is a real thing, because I just remembered we have drones, but we don't have a bunch of fuel production yet for turbo fuel. So maybe drones is what we do. I don't know. It's tough. So this is where we're working for now, is this area here now. This is not connected to anything. Can we connect it to? That'll do. It's for transport. It's fine. Alright, so the idea is this valley here has coal, iron, copper, and sulfur, and caterium. This was caterium, right? Caterium, yes. So the only thing we're missing is oil, technically, which isn't that far away. I know it was behind us, over this way. But is there another one close by? I don't think so. Let's see where we get some hits. Yeah, so that's known oil. Okay, nothing else is popping up. So it's way away. Okay. So we've got a bit of a vision here for a multi-level megaplex where we're going to try and draw things indoors, and do some large-scale production in an actual building. So it's a bit of a blank canvas at the moment. Part of me kind of wants to throw power poles everywhere so I can use the hover pack, but I also don't want to make it too ugly too quickly. So yeah, we've done some things. Are they realistic? Maybe not, but are they effective at what we're trying to achieve? Kinda. So there's our sulfur line there. We have iron and copper down in this basin somewhere, and there's a bunch of coal throughout here too. Now the challenge is, one, concrete. How much concrete do I have? A metric shit ton. Right, so I've just remembered one of the things we want to do is we want to make some blueprints, I think, for this build. I think doing this block at a time is not going to be particularly enjoyable. So let's throw down some blueprint buildings. God bless the elevators giving me access to the hover pack, making the elevator itself like useful in its specific function of being an elevator, but useful in elevating me either way. So I guess in a way it's still an elevator. Just elevates in a particular way. All right, so we'll put blueprints up here because I think we're a little way away from using this specifically. Is it a special building? Yes. Mark II blueprint machine. Let's put it pachow. 5 points if anyone knows where I get pachow from. No. We want the big one. We are going to put some power points around here just so we can fly a little bit more. We will clean it up. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No. Go there. Alright, can we fly here? Yes, good. Alright. So, one of the things we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make vertical belt lifts. So, let's start with a vertical zoom. So we go here to here. So that's as high as we can make it. Now, if we grab a... Ew, okay, we can't put it on. Right. Actually, no. I just want the blueprint. Thank you. All right, so let's look at our functional items. We can use like a column. Can we use this? Because I actually don't need it to be like a massive bus, you know? Vertical. Wait, what? Oh, it doesn't zoom to vertical. It automatically verticals. All right. All right, so if we do that, then actually, no, not tier 1. Let's just make it tier 5. If we start at the bottom, we'll be able to place it at the bottom. That's correct. Yeah. We do that. Right, so theoretically we could stack this and then just connect it. Right? But if we... Let's think about this. What if we do this? What if we go... delete one here. Now, I haven't looked up any guides on this particular blueprint problem we're trying to solve, so we're doing this from scratch. We are innovating right here, right now. Let's get a bit closer. So, exiting at the top. So if we go up and then we go char, and then we go char. So then if we placed that on top of here, that might connect. And so that way we can connect up and we have the connection built in, right? Right? Does that make sense? Does that shine? Does that sparkle? I think it sparkles. All right, let's see if this works. Ah, no. Vertical belt tower. Lift. Sure, select icon. Save it. All right. Let's see how this works. Pachow. God, I'm just out of range of these fucking towers. All right, so then if we put this... Can we snap it? Not really. Doesn't connect. I guess. Oh, no. Oh, no, that can connect. Right. So that can work. Now, is that the most elegant way to do this? I suppose we could have it facing inside so it would connect here. And it would, like, be internally consistent. Wait, that can go inside. Oh, that doesn't technically clip either. Blueprint mode, please. Right, let's rethink this. I suppose technically we don't need it to automatically connect with each other. We can just tag that in because, I mean, how... We're not going to make it that long. What? Let me clip it in. I mean, is that a bad clip or is that a good clip? Wait, if we want it to potentially... Man, you know what? If we get rid of that, and then we go here, it'll go in automatically. But if we make it one back, is that right? No. Is that a bad clip? Or is that a good clip? Wait, could I then rotate that and get it to connect? Because I can now just add that there. And that's like a supported lift, right? That's good. Like, that's a thing, you know? And the items come up through here, so the items won't clip. All right, let's save this and see how it works. Save, confirm, thank you. Ciao. I would have hoped it would clip onto that. Man. What if... What if we do that so then it can... Auto connect? Is that going to? No. That's so annoying. I feel like... it feels like it should work, right? We should probably chuck that onto our hotkeys. Oh, just kiss. What if we nudge? I mean, that doesn't work because then it's going to be all crooked and look a bit naff. All right, so what if... I mean... right, maybe we're starting to over-engineer a little bit. So if that was to happen... So I guess that's the other option, is to completely enclose it and then just add the connectors later. Yes. Oh man, escape not getting out of that menu kind of sucks. So bush. Clip to here, please. And then we can kiss. All right. Maybe that's the solution. We're going to go with that for now. If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid, right? Nah. Ah, yes, that's right. Like, fucking kill yourself while you're trying to create a factory. Right. Save that. That'll make it more or less self-contained. Right, so now we can get resources up nice and easily using a blueprint. Fantastic. So we need to think about weapons, because we need weapons to go get some stuff. Because there's a lot of spiders in this red forest. I think it was over here in particular. Yeah, here. There's a massive spider on this plateau. And there is a crashed ship with the hard drive we want. But there's a massive spider there. Although I suspect it jumped at me when I was checking it out and it fell down there. But I also think they respawn. And the draw distance doesn't let me see it from here. And by the time I can see it, it can jump at me. So I'm scared. And I want bullets. And the homing bullets I want kind of need crude oil. Ammo? Yeah, homing rifle ammo. What about rifle ammo? Oh, smokeless powder. So that still needs oil. Heavy oil residue. So maybe a turbo fuel factory is what we need to do. Definitely sounds satisfactory. I clearly need to fix my chat monitoring because it's too small and too far away for me. So sorry if I saw that way after. All right, let's... Yeah, we can jump, right? We've got access to power. Yes, good. let's connect up some nodes. I think the big issue I've got at the moment is that I really, really, really need to get a clean source of new resources to be able to make some decisions. And we've got the sulfur, we've got the caterium. We'll go grab the oh shit, we've got low health. And we've got no ammo. We do have a mushroom. A bacon mushroom. God, that would be amazing. That's exactly how you'd be able to exploit a planet, is like mushrooms that are made of bacon. This snows, yes. Ah, fast belt. All right, I am starting to. No! Stop! Right, we had a lift down, and it's over there. Excellent. All right, we've got other options. We have fuel, right? We've got a lot of fuel. Whoop, 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 whoop. God, I need smokeless. I need explosions. I need to clear out these feckin' trees. All right, abracadabra. Minor Mark 2. Okay, that way. That way. All right, so I'm pretty sure this was iron and copper. So pure iron and normal copper. Excellent. That's fine. Oh, we're going to need to build 2 things to get up here, aren't we? All right, cool. That's all right. We have this for a reason. All right. Can we get that right? Yes. Excellent. Actually, maybe the trees are okay, actually. As a matter of fact. We should have brought power with us. I am going to... I need to find a better way to monitor chat on YouTube, because YouTube is dog doo-doo compared to Twitch, where I can use Chat Arena. YouTube Studio, you'd think there'd be a chat function. Is it under dashboard? No. I mean, I guess I could just use the YouTube app. Umumusame. God, no, I've already done all my runs today. I don't need to play Umumusame. Nah, too hard. I'll need to figure this out at some point. All right. So we need belts. Wait, that's straight? Oh, yeah. That is what got me playing Satisfactory again, is like these belts having the straight mode. Like the straight mode is just so fucking good. It's just such a shame it's got that bug where like it starts to tilt a little bit when you're like dragging it over a reasonable, like a longish distance. It has been a while. It has been a while. I've been, what's the word? I don't know. Trying to soul search for what I want to do. And you know what? Getting excited about the state of Satisfactory was a good reason to get back on. All right. So if we do this, no. That's all right. We won't die from that. Okay, probably would help if we didn't have the blueprint up the whole time. And I'm realizing we're going to have to connect these, and that's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. But we also need power, so... God, this game is so fucking satisfactory. Like, just the scale of building in this game, holy shit, it impresses me. Like, the fact that I can do this sort of stuff in, like, a moment is just ridiculous. No, I don't want the frame. I want the lift, thank you. Oh, come on, connect. What are you doing? Okay, well, let's make life a bit easier for ourselves. There we go. Now, kiss. Excellent. All right, we might as well grab some power because that'll make getting up and down a lot easier. Oh god, the power's all the way over there. God damn it. We'll make a power platform. Is that facing the right way? No. One, two. That's better. Another one here. Now we kind of want all this to be enclosed at some point, so these towers are probably fairly temporary. But I say that, a lot of... It's so tall that I can't see which way it's angled when I'm standing next to it. I say a lot of stuff's temporary, but often doesn't turn out to be that temporary. But... Power! Actually, this is a prime place for a lift. Why didn't I think of putting an elevator here? That's perfect. It's a gift. We'll look at that soon. Oh, I forgot I put a ladder on this. Remember when games were fun? That's what this is. It's just fun. Ah. Okay. Where's our... We need the grapple. Whoop! Oh, yeah. Smooth. Oh, man, this is so scuffed. It's stupid and it works. It is not stupid. Right, so let's put a lift. I suppose here. We should be able to clip the ladder. That'll be fine. We'll pretend it's a access ladder. No, it's transport. A lift is transport. Now we clip into it ourselves. Actually, that would have been a quick way to get the electricity down instead of doing that scuffed pole. Oh well. Look at that beautiful station. I swear to God, this phase is going to take me probably longer than I've already played the game. I haven't even started phase 4 components. They're crazy. Whoa, don't fall. All right, I need a better view. There we go. Whoa, holy frames, please. There we go. Oh, we need power here. Get over here. Bosh. All right. Sweet. Oh, we needed... That's right. Okay. So hopefully now I can hover and connect these up. Bit of a leap of faith there for a moment. Oh, man. Creative flight is poggers. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa. Oh my god. Hopefully we have... Yes, okay. We've got stuff loading in already. Whoosh! That's always been like the biggest issue for me, is like vertical movement of my materials. Why am I going so slow? Oh, is there a limit? I thought, oh my god, it must be too far away from the bottom. If I add a floor, will that like then add power here? It does. Haha. That's funny. So stops are the places where it's considered power. That's not the whole vertical slice. Good to know. So we've got sulfur, coal, and iron. I am so old that I played Satisfactory before the Zoop was added to the game. Can you imagine playing the game pre-Zoop? Whoop. It's a different era pre-Zoop, that's for sure. Is that straight? Yeah, it's got to be straight, right? I forget that it helps to fly. I think we want defaults and then control. Straight. Yeah, this automatic straight belt really makes it give a lot more Factorio vibes, which is not a bad thing, but it is good to not get too caught up, making it all look too perfect. Oh no, this is in the way. We already fucked up. Alright, coal. We need to bring coal up here. Bing bong. Bing bong. No, not color. Man, these elevators. I could just jump down with my jetpack. But no. We built infrastructure. We're going to use it. Oh, I forgot there's music. I was going to say, lift me up. No, let me down. Thank you. And this game just fucking slaps so much. Bing, bing, bing. Alright, we want the other backpack. Alright, we killed monsters here recently. So hopefully it's still cleared. I'm not entirely sure how spawning works in this game. I know things respawn, but I don't know how quickly or what is entailed. That looks suspicious. Suspiciously like poison. I don't have any explosives to deal with that at the moment. What I do have is coal detector. God, we're surrounded. Normal. Normal. I think one of the other ones is pure, but I don't know if it's one that's covered by a boulder that we're not going to be able to necessarily access until we get some explosives made. Which, to be fair, we can make the explosives fairly easily. Am I... Get out of the way. God, I want to blow up these trees. I'm running around in the dark. Okay, that might be the pure one. Oh no, it's normal. That might be the pure one. Oh, it's normal too. Okay, I feel like the monsters haven't respawned, so happy days. Purity, normal. I guess there's just 4 normals. Alright. I'm thinking these ones are the closest to our current infrastructure. What was that? God, the predator clicking starts. Alright, so let's make a pillar. Default. Oh wait, no. I need you on the world grid. Thank you. That work? Is that world gridded? No. I had a feeling it wasn't. Wait. What is... Hang on. Alright. World grid. Yeah, so we're on the world grid. So why does it change when I press control? Does it go off the world grid if you press control on the world grid? And on the world grid when you press control off the world grid? Stop it. My clarity of how I talk is part of my skill set, I think. We're out of fuel. At least we've got power close by. Whoa, easy. That's not where we want to put that. Almost there. Pretty close. Okay, we've probably overshot it by now. Alright, make sure we got fuel. Huck. Yeah, we're going to have to rethink our electrical routing. Which is fine. Doopy-doopy-doo. Sweet. Can't grab the lift from over here. We have the correct jetpack on. So this is going to be 100% safe. The downside being is that there's no power down here, so I can't use that to get back up. Shit. I didn't think that through properly. No, of course not. Obviously. So, alright, so the conveyor belts will go up this side. Do we want it to face the miner? Possibly. No one say miner, I hardly know her, because that is a millennial ass joke, alright? Twitch is no... Wait, YouTube. Twitch? Both, maybe. Wherever I am, there's no place for millennials. Let's just get a bit of space going here. We've got a lip. Do we want a lip? Yeah, it gives texture. And we can always do a bit of something to make it less lippy. I'm pretty sure I should be able to clip this, right? Maybe I've got to clip it like this. There we go. Perfect. Power. All right, so this will connect. So we can grab that power here. Wrap it around to here. Bish bash bosh. Can nudge it. All right, this will be a good chance to give it a little less of a Factoria looking. Okay. All right, sweet. Oh, and we can go up by. Okay, cool. We can use this to nerd pole our way up, or we can trap ourselves inside it. No. Oh, well. Okay. So that's now going to be imperfect forever. We can fix it once we got the power coming in. Refill our fuel. Maybe fuel really is what we need to focus on next, because that's going to be helpful for the jetpack. It's also going to be helpful for drones, and drones might be very useful at this point in the game. Oh, we're going too high. Alright, let's grab some power. I have the power. Alright, now we need the hover pack. You're going to be chill? You're going to be chill? Get the lifts. Obviously, this was all straight as... whatever straight things are. Ooh. We are out of range. Okay, cool. Now we're back in range. We can fix our little hole there. on. Oh, wait, no. Did not connect that correctly. No, I want the lift. So that's kind of sweet. Oh, we're out of power. Okay, let's use our little hack. Oh, we missed that one too. And the thing that's going to suck is like putting down the wrong lift and like having not the correct throughput and not remembering that I should check these lifts. But we've put them all in as level 5 lifts. So we should be pretty sweet. All right. Coal. Check. This is like making sure you eat all your vegetables before dessert. You gotta go collect all the nodes before you can make a supercomputer or a explosives factory. We are inadvertently making a bus, though. Look at that clipping. Disgusting. Alright, so if the coal's coming from there, do we want to push everything down here? So that's the question, if we want to push everything to either that space or this space and build it there. No, not that button. So explosive rebar is one of the things that would be very useful because that would help me clear out trees and boulders. Oil. It all comes down to fucking oil. And steel pipes. Rebar is fine. That's just iron. Did we have the steel pipe alternate? No. All right. Let's strategize. If I wanted to make something, what would I make? That's strategy right there, 101. Which way, modern man? Computers, rifle ammo, or rebar? I guess rebar will let me make ammo if I think about it. I think we need to make smart ammo and explosive rebar. Because that will basically let me clear out forests, clear out boulders, clear out poison columns, and clear out wildlife. Let's chuck down a MAM here. Because we've got a bunch of hard drive recipes. Fine black powder. Condensed coal. How did you make condensed coal again? Sulfur and coal. We re-rolled a bunch of these just looking for... I'm not sure what I was looking for, but... Aluminum beams. I mean, that's the other thing. We just unlocked recently advanced aluminum processing. Useless. Copper rotor. Not worried about that at the moment. Basic iron ingot. That doesn't seem crazy. I mean, I know the output or the iron ore to iron ingot output's probably better, but I guess the issue is at the moment, my main concern is finding a way to make ammo and rebar. That's really all I need. That's not all I need, but that's a good place to start. Which means I need oil. I need heavy oil to make smokeless powder. Now, the issue is I'm reasonably sure that the only reasonable oil is going to be around here. Which I guess isn't that far on the map if I'm looking at it. I mean, they're all taken up. And there's nothing else even remotely close. Are my drones, like, stuck? Possibly without fuel. Alright. I think we need to eat our vegetables. And when I say eat our vegetables, I mean we need to make oil move here. So let's review what access to oil I have. I have a feeling we can frack some new oil sources. And once we frack those, we can make that into a fuel factory and then actually set up our drone network better. I toyed around with drones, hoping that I could make them both move things and refuel themselves, but I think that it just doesn't work. And you need a dedicated drone factory to fuel itself, to fuel the other drone factories, and then you can't mix the two. So you need to have like pairs of drone factories. One is bringing in fuel and fueling both of them, and the other one is doing the logistics that you want it to do. So I think we need to revisit that, which means I'm also going to need a shit ton more radio control units, which is not something we've automated yet. And I think it might be not quite worth automation at this point. But we could dwarf this potentially with access to fracked oil. Let's not run out of power somewhere random, please. Oh, there's a bunch of enemies around this shit too, which is a pain in the butt. Give me a tower. Oh, what? You're already full. Look at these bastards. What are you going to do? I can fly, mother. What's up? Huh? What's up, four legs? Yeah. Whoa. Your oil? More like my oil. Come here. That wasn't so bad. Okay, so there is a potential crapload of oil here. Oh, wait, maybe not. Impure. Impure. Oh, God, no. Normal. Pure. Okay, no, there is likely a reasonable amount here. I mean, I suppose there's, what, 7 of those nodes? So even if some of them are impure, it's fine. All right, production. Well, a pressurizer. Radiator control units. We need 10 of them. Oh, we're missing 1. Can we just do a sneaky sneak? We sure can. It doesn't really matter which way it faces, does it? Sweet. No, we grab that. We put it on the line. We drag it out here. Perfect. That looks amazing. We grab that. Excellent. Frack. Now the question is, do these little dudes use radio control units? They probably do. Oh, they don't. Holy moly. Sweet ass. It's got a potential of 360, that's it? That's insanely small. Granted, I don't think I've used all the oil from some of these other places. I think oil over here is not yet tapped. Or it might be tapped but not in use. This is our early oil production over here. So that's used, but I think these are not, potentially. Because we've got that one and that one, which go into here, which is clearly being used. All right, never mind. That is being used. That's going to there, which is okay. There, okay. Our oil is being used. Roger Dodger. Flow rate is 600. All right, so what's your percentage utilization over here, buddy? %% usage. All right, so we have balanced that to full usage. Look at this mess. Oh, God, it's like memories of like what my building was back then. Messy AF. That's at 99% usage. All right, so I'm pretty sure. Wait, that's a 0% flow rate. So is this really at 99% usage? Does it just keep getting used? 94%. I'm assuming it's like a miner, and a miner will tell you if it's only being 50% like utilized because like it can't put ore anywhere, so it stops mining because it's like the system's full. And I can't be bothered figuring out the maths again to decide how much each pipe is feeding. I suspect full is full. So, you know, we'll go with that. Which means we have this ready to put out 360. What is this putting out? Because that's feeding our large energy production. It's putting out 600. Oh, it's overclocked. Can I overclock this? And how much energy does it use, actually? That's possibly an important question. Hey, buddy. We can overclock it. Holy moly, 900. All right. All right, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. We can do something with that. Is it completely balk our fuel usage? That's a lot of power bump right there for one machine. Our max consumption is closing in on our production, so I guess that is a clue to expand our power. But we need to make turbo fuel as well. So maybe if we make a turbo fuel factory that also burns the turbo fuel, we have plastic that we can turn into canisters just here. Okay, let's... God, what a mess. Okay, so this has plastic. We're not sinking plastic, but we are making canisters here. I guess the other question is, do we make carbon CO2? Oh wait, this is more oil. Interesting. And it's not overclocked. Oh, okay, we can get a lot more oil out of this whole area. Probably more energy efficient than the fracked oil, but the fracked oil is nice and clean, so to speak. As in, like, we can have it nice and separate. You can tell that I'm procrastinating because I'm like, oh, let's go and look over here because there's a lot of work to do. Gotta be something up here, right? No, 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 no. Damn it. More power. Actually, I wonder if I've got rocket fuel. Can I make rocket fuel yet? There's a question. And if I can't, what do I need to do to make rocket fuel? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Alright, well, that's enough playing around there. Alright, back to being productive. We need a fresh platform. Wait, no. I assume I've got a bunch of space in this direction. That we can build a massive power plant here. Slash turbo fuel. God, that's not a big space. We need to expand that a lot still. Do, 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 do. Zooping has got to be one of the most satisfying game actions, like, just in all of gaming. Like, the way it just, like, the intuitiveness of being able to, like anchor it and then just swing your mouse wildly. And it sort of knows what you're trying to do. Which, ironically, I say that as I get, like, the first misclick and set it horizontally instead of vertically, but still. In a way, it's still what I'm trying to get at, so it's fine. So even a misclick is still pretty good. And then the way all the stuff goes flying out of your inventory. Ugh. Chef's kiss. Alright, so this is enough space, I think, to start at least. Because I still don't really know what this is going to look like. Oh god, there's those things. This is why we need guns. Oh god, there's one there too. Yeah, pretend we didn't see it. What is that noise? Let's get some power over here. Probably should have turned it, but I will. All right, so here is where we're going to deal with our fuel. We have 900 per minute. We have pipes that can take up to 600. So we could divide it into 600. Is that us? No, it's at present. We could divide it into a 600 cubic meters of power, 300 of smokeless powder. Let's start looking at our refinery options. Let's just pop down a few so we can work through them. So plastic can make our canisters, which gives us 1 cubic meter of heavy oil for 3 crude oil. Heavy oil residue multiplies it by 1.33, but then we get a fraction of the plastic, and we've got an oil plant that is doing that to make turbo fuel. But it doesn't make enough plastic to support itself. I don't think, anyway. Now I think about it, that oil plant over there in the middle of the map that I've got set up is probably just dog doo-doo. This one. Okay, we don't have rocket fuel yet. Does that mean that's a MAM recipe? I think it is. It's a sulfur MAM recipe. So we need a hard drive, the aluminum canister, and turbo fuel. Fluid tank. It's just aluminum. Okay, we can do that. That's actually really easy. So maybe it's rocket fuel we need to be making. So we need a hard drive, and we need 10 of those, and we can make rocket fuel. God damn it, a hard drive. A hard drive! I don't want to find a hard drive right now. I mean, I know where one is, I guess. Oh. Alright, let's sort that out, I guess. This is where the game gets... tedious is not the right word. But, like, you find roadblocks to what you're trying to achieve. And that can be very easy to sort of disengage you from what's happening. Hard drive. God, I just used a hard drive like yesterday. God, do I just use Satisfactory map? Interactive map to find one. Ah, smokeless powder, damn it. We might have some smokeless powder up here. We've sort of bootstrapped a few bits and pieces around here just to make a trickle of personal use items. The issue being that, like, once you start using things for personal use, you find out the next tier, it's like, no, this is like a core component that you need to make a lot of. But, like, the bootstrapped solution you've put together is, like, unscalable without significant reworks. Alright, so this goes into that, which makes smokeless powder, which goes into there. Oh, thank Jesus. Man, I wish the hover pack was a lot faster. It's so convenient compared to the other one that, like, needs to refill. Choo-choo! My super scuffed bauxite hauling train that lets me make aluminum in the starting area. And all that probably needs to be redone too now that we've got advanced aluminum. Really got to just, like, separate everything down into bite-sized tasks. And at the moment, we're going to get a hard drive. And to get the hard drive, we're going to try and handcraft, or at least bootstrap some ammo so we can deal with the spider, so we can get the hard drive that is near where we were building earlier today. So then we can get that hard drive, unlock rocket fuel, and then go and see how we can make rocket fuel from the oil that we just got access to. God help me if that's going to be super complicated, because I actually don't know what it takes. Reasonable chance it's going to mean making turbo fuel and then doing something to turbo fuel. God help me if it's something like add fucking compacted coal. Because there's no coal near where we are. Jesus. But it would be useful. If we're gonna make a fuel plant, we might as well make a rocket fuel plant. Which reminds me, I was gonna look at the battery. I think the battery would be even better for the drones. I think. That needs sulfur. Not sulfur, alumina. Sulfuric acid, which we don't have. Right. So that needs to be near bauxite and sulfur oxide. Sulfur what? Sulfuric acid. Wait, do I make sulfuric acid out of sulfur? Oh my god, I do. So water and sulfur to make sulfuric acid. And then the battery needs bauxite to turn into alumina and aluminum casing. $6,000 joules. That's triple turbo fuel. Because our packaged turbo fuel with the drone, like some of the distances I've set it up, it's like, it doesn't. Like, it takes like half to 2/3 of a stack for like one trip. Not a round trip, just to get to its destination. And it's just not sustainable. Handcrafting, that's what we're doing. Alright, there's a mess of stuff over here that's all over the place where we were trying to make weapons. So... do we still have what was making ammo? Rifle ammo. Oh my god, we've got a bunch of rifle ammo. I suspect that... I suspect I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, rebars. Explosive rebar. Smokeless powder. Alright. Alright, cool. So we can restock our rebars here. Good. Alright, good. That's actually fine. That's fine. I suppose I could just learn to aim. And we don't need the smart rifle ammo. But... and stay with me. I've got bad eyes. So maybe that's not so much as a plan as a wishful thinking. No, yeah. No. It's equipment. Fuck off with the torch. Homing rifle ammo. Oh yes, automation. Tap spacebar. I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back. It's my BRB screen, is it that? that was a sick little treat that that all happened while I was getting a drink. All right, so these spiders are about to get fucked. Homing rifle ammo. Oh yeah, all right, we're gonna get that hard disk drive. We might as well grab some rebar too. Some explosive rebar. Do we have... We do. Sweet. This was smokeless powder, wasn't it? All right. Back in business. Automating that stuff so I don't have to think about it again will be fantastic. Because that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be to restock. I thought I was going to have to do a lot more. And so I've actually been putting it off for a little while, which turns out was significantly to my own detriment. At least the rebar will stock into the dimensional depot now. Although I do need to start thinking about prioritizing the next 20 Mercer spheres to upgrade the capacity per stack and the upload speed. Because I think I've only got one upgrade in each so far, and I definitely want a bit more upload speed for concrete to refill faster. And maybe balance it with an extra stack as well. I mean, the scaling costs going higher and higher for each tier up. You sort of want to go 1 on 1, 1 on 1, 1 on 1 anyway. I still can't get over the scale of how much you build in this game as a solo player. It is fucking fantastic. And I reckon we could run this rail and get bauxite into this big factory too, actually, now that I think about it. Because it is just here. Oh my god, we can. That's so fucking easy to get the railway there. And it's a sensible stop to make on the way to the rolling plains. It's like, why did we come here again? That's right. It was to get some spider revenge. Actually, that's a leftover tower from when I was like towering around the map, trying to get across all this central area, and I was looking for something. I forget what it was. And like I towered across and like just got jumped by the spider. It was no bueno. But now we have a... Wait, no. Now we have a hover packer. Oh god, there's two of them. Yeah, bitch. You like my technology? Yeah. You can't do shit. I didn't even have to fucking aim. That all you got? seems like that's all you got. I think we can manage that. Bam. Extermination complete. Oh, we really need to put some supports on this. I'm very aware I'm playing a video game at the moment. God, that was terrifying. Like 100 hours ago. We've got a MAM here, actually. But we don't have aluminum. Or maybe we can. It was aluminum casing. Okay, no, we can't. Oh, it's okay. No, we need to go elsewhere. I probably should have deleted that escape pod now that I've looted it. Caterium, fucking aluminum. The only downside will be that train has to go through radioactive area. Like it's radioactive just there. I'm assuming that means there's uranium there, which, I mean, good news because nuclear power is on the table at the moment. We just need to get some of this advanced aluminum production going a bit more steadily. Actually, if we just nip it straight through there on the diagonal, I've got to figure out how to place a 45-degree block. I'm surprised there's not like a 45-degree corner block to sort of not always go in just the 4 cardinal directions, but yeah, we haven't figured that one out yet so far. Unless there's something in the awesome shop I haven't noticed. I haven't looked at it for a little while. Who dares? I do wish I could shoot my weapons. Like shoot the rebar gun while I was hanging on to this. Aluminum. It was casing, right? Pretty sure it was casing. What do we have right here? Oh, there was casing in our depot. Was it not No. No, it was ingots. It was ingots, not casing. Shit, now I stuck with it. No, that's a sheet. That's not an ingot. Yeah, I don't think we're stockpiling ingots anywhere, because I don't think I saw anything that used it apart from the 2 things that we're making out of it. But now there's other things that can be made with aluminum, so... Which, of course, means that rocket fuel needs to go into the aluminum casing. Well, not the casing, but the tank, whatever it's called. Which means the rocket fuel is going to need bauxite and aluminum. Ugh. I suppose we could use a drone, potentially. Anyway. Oh, we need to make 10 of the bottles. Thank you. There goes our hard drive. Boo, boo, boo.
Rocket fuel unlocked. Pioneers will be able to use rocket fuel in the fuel generator and any vehicle that uses fuel, including the jetpack, with appropriate results. Warning: mixing rocket fuel into coffee does not enhance its energizing effect.
Didn't say it's dangerous, though. All right, rocket fuel. Turbo fuel. Nitric acid. Oh, we need nitrogen gas. Fuck you. How? That's a fucking pain in the ass. Right, so we have tapped nitrogen gas, but it's here. And while there's a train station there, it's not technically connected to anything. So if we extend the aluminum to where we're building over here, we have a train connection between these two places. We could connect that up, but then we're going to need to deal with signalization and potentially multiple trains, because we still want the bauxite train, and then we still want a train that's running nitric gas. How do I do this? Right, so it needs turbo fuel. Theoretically, could you... No, I guess it's hard to make enough. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Can we scan for nitric gas? We can. Yes, it's all ages away. Wait. Okay. There's nitrogen gas over there. So we don't have to get it from up there. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. So does the question become... We have a train that connects close to... Oh, God. I'm going to have to try and get my head around import and export. So we have a train track that is a dual track that is a left side one-way train. It currently goes straight over, or is very close to anyway. Oh, actually, okay. This could go straight past the T-junction we pre-built. And could that make it to where we're building? Over there. So we could continue straight, have another T-junction where that comes off down here. Or even... Actually, where does this... Could this intersection go straight towards that? That's a bit of a... I suppose we can have that come down, since we don't have a lot of infrastructure here. Get down to, like, this level. And we can build a train station here that then goes this way and then up and then out. Because then we can bring turbo fuel from here, send it by train over to that central area that we're trying to pull in a lot of stuff into one place. If there's nitrogen gas there, and it's happy days. And if we do that, we don't need to package the nitro fuel. The turbo fuel. Because the turbo fuel can go into a fluid train. Because there's no point packaging it and unpackaging it. Unless we were going to put it on a conveyor belt, which we're not. We're going to use a train. And then it needs to mix with the nitric gas to become rocket fuel. And that gets mixed over at that other base. And once that's turned into turbo fuel, rocket fuel, it can be used on the drones. So it's better than a battery. But not that much better than a battery. Because it needs bauxite as well, but bauxite can be picked up on the way. I wonder if we can use the way we place stations, like a fluid station and a freight station. So if it stops at the oil refinery, it doesn't move any freight because it's only the tank, the fluid station that's connected to the train station. And then when it gets to the base, there's both a freight and a fluid, so it can dispense. I think that works. So the battery is the other option. And that just needs sulfur and aluminum. Oh, and water, I guess. And water is a pain in the ass because we're building high. And the sulfur over there is high. I am at a loss for what I want to do. I am analysis paralysis. So what we've learnt from unlocking rocket fuel, though, is that it is just on the end of the turbo fuel chain. So turbo fuel is still the ultimate outcome for this station. And we're worried about plastic because we wanted to make canisters to put the turbo fuel in because we're going to use it as a turbo fuel station to soak up the drone network. But turbo fuel is so inefficient at a third of the efficiency of batteries and like a quarter of what the rocket fuel is that we wanted to abandon that because we won't be able to saturate the network necessarily. I mean, we probably could. What's turbo fuel need? Oh my god, turbo fuel needs coal. Oh, fuck you. Oh my god, it needs coal. So that's an argument for making fuel and taking fuel to the center, and then fuel can be mixed with coal, and then it can be mixed with the sulfur, not the sulfuric acid, the nitric, whatever the fuck. Oh, what a bitch. Oh, God. compacted coal. And that's sulfur and coal, which we have over there. And rocket fuel is the nitric acid. That's the additional thing. And the battery was just the sulfuric acid, which was the sulfur and water. And the alumina solution. Right, so there are supposed to be water nodes. Maybe there's a high water node somewhere over here. Come on. Okay, there's a water geyser over there. Oh god, is that a death crate from... Is that water node where the spider was? That actually would be hilarious, because that would solve all my issues. And actually would be kind of handy too, because it would mean being able to deal with water without a bunch of extractors. I am worried about having to learn how to do signals though. I know you meant to block them into like blocks, and a train can't enter a block unless the block in front of it is clear. And you've got to set it out in such a way that like they never, well, obviously like crash, but they also never like lock each other into like an intersection that they can, neither of them can pass. And if they're always on the left-hand side, then it should always be moving forward and around. So it shouldn't ever block each other. And you just have to be careful at the intersections. So you just use signals at before they enter the intersection, so they don't go into an intersection that's being used. Where's that water? It might be where that spider was. $500 Oh, don't tell me it's down on the ground. For some reason I assumed geysers would be higher, because that would make them like useful. Because that's it there, isn't it? God damn it. Now, a pipe using a bunch of Mach 2 pumps. 50 meters. That's 12 foundations worth. God, is that dreaming, wanting to get it up this high? I mean, geyser be damned. is that really going to be... Is it going to be easier to get water up here? Because then I've got a few different levels to sort of slowly make sure that it's working. I mean, there's that water. Like, that's a lot closer. Yes, I think this is the better option. And the sulfur's right there. Arguably, I could make a downscalator. I could take sulfur down. Split off some sulfur, go down there, turn it into sulfuric acid. Potentially package it up. I mean, why am I taking water up? I can just take everything down. So the bauxite needs to get here. And I could just make batteries on top of that lake. Because it's dead easy to get the sulfur down there. And we can get up to 480, no more than that. 600 sulfur. Alright, it's starting to feel like a plan. Max construction is creeping up. Not that I can foresee it being super likely that we're going to end up having max construction all of a sudden kick in on everything, but the ideal goal will be to clear out all our production lines and have everything syncing so that everything always stays active. So I think that what this means is getting aluminum out here is pretty important. Shush. So sloppy aluminum is bauxite and water, and we're near water. That makes our sulfate stuff. Alumina solution. And we need aluminum solution. And we need... Wait. Wait. How do we make aluminum again? Oh God, we need coal. We need coal. No, coal's down there. Coal's fine. That's why we came here, because of the coal. So, alumina solution and coal gets us scrap and water. Wait, we can make water. No, but we needed water for this part of the process. But did we need water? Did we need water? Yes, we need water. Okay. 12 bauxite, 18 water makes 12 solution and 5 silica. But the sloppy alumina makes 10 bauxite into 12 alumina and uses 10 water. So that's more efficient for when we're making what we're making. The silica, though, can we use a silica for something? At current, I don't know. Ah, boy. And the scrap is what we send into a foundry, right? Oh, wait, we need silica. Wait, no, we don't, because we've got the pure ingot. So 6 into 4, 2 into 1. So we make a little bit less, but we don't need silica. So that simplifies the process. And it's not like we need heaps. We just need the casings. And the casings are 3 ingots to 2. All right. All right. I'm starting to see. So we want an aluminum factory, sorry, a battery factory down there, which makes aluminum batteries using a portion of this sulfur and bauxite and water. And that's it. Which means I think we just need to expand our train. And that should be fine because we have a platform that we've already started to build out. And we want to train this way anyway. So, what is the most sensible way for a train to run through this area? I'm thinking through here. So I want to try and keep it out of the way so we've got space to build factories. Right, that's kind of a shame that this pinnacle thing is here in the way. Is there... What if we... Can we pass through... No, there's a rock in the way still. How committed is this rock? It is properly committed. Mesosphere.
Your symphony invades our temples and echoes along our lattices. What do you believe?
Growth, the future, an idea, and frankly, you.
Is a tapestry woven with hands or with thoughts?
Both are necessary, yet only one can't function without the other.
We see your echo steps, shimmering symphonies that break upon our temples, but your song is alien.
How long ago did you notice me?
There's no long, there are only spheres.
I wonder, was it always about survival, or is there something more, something beyond?
Consume our blood and you will see our threads.
The fuck is all that about? Right, so... I guess the other option is for the train to actually follow the road. The natural road. That's a little bit annoying, particularly when I'm doing a dual track, for it to sort of follow nicely and symmetrically. And it does mean winding its way down, although that's pretty high. Come on. So there's a natural... Wait. What if that's the answer is we come in from the coast? We expand the track along the coast instead of going from up here. Because, I mean, it's going to be really awkward to get the train down there. Like, that's going to be real Peter, you know? So I guess an option would be to run a fucking... Wait, is that coal? That's coal. Alright, even more coal. I guess that's why we're building here. We've got a lot of resources we can pull from. We just need to deal with the verticality, which is fine. Is that limestone too? I mean, there's limestone somewhere, but... So that quickly gets us where we want to go. And, like, we could build, like, our tower down with the bauxite. If I just picked an option instead of wondering about the most efficient one, it would be a lot quicker. But I guess the wandering is part of the fun, so... That's how we explored through putting down these exploration towers. They gave me a way to zip across the map without having to walk everywhere, which was nice. So I guess the reality is that it's actually not that hard to bring the train along onto this. So let's just do that. Let's just commit to that. So the issue is going to be that we're going to come across radioactivity. God damn it. Alright, so the ladder is on the flat side. Worth committing to memory. Thank goodness for all the concrete. I swear to God, at some point we are going to support all our ramps. Hey, we did it. We want to keep our wireless power connected. All right. We're going to start. Oh, there's rocks that need to be destroyed. Oh, actually, if we just turn right here, we're almost lined up with the station. All right, we're going to do some really scuffed stuff here. No, we're not. We're going to try and behave. All right. I feel like I was getting like uranium sickness, whatever, here at some point. All right, whatever. Oh, hello. All right. All right. All right. All right. We are taming this goddamn wilderness. So we want it to go straight from here. God, it's really both of those, isn't it? So really from here. I feel like there were natives here that didn't like me. How God, actually. So it's 3 wide is our train track thing. And it's from this one. You beeping at me for? So let's get rid of this. Right, so this links us up. This gives us a path for our train tracks. All right, so this is all garbage. Don't need that. Sweet. Oh my god, the train. This station is off the grid. Right. We're going to... I don't know where that went. So from this point, we're going to curve the tracks down, and we're just going to be okay with being off grid here, and then we're going to get back onto grid here. Which means... this needs to be 3 wide. I mean, I guess in the short term, what we can do is we can just, like, scrap the train going to the other station, and it can go here instead from now on. Like, that might be the go. You know? All right. Transport. And we can just deal with the whole how do signals even work, bro, another time. Because we can set up an entire aluminum factory. Can't we? Pretty sure we can. No. So it's that. This. Okay, that did not work. Not a little bit less than that. A little bit more. Wait, is that too steep? Oh, it's sharp. All right, so that's about the limit. We can fix the clipping after. Too long. Let's do that. Scuffed AF. Whatever. Right, if we connect these up, this will give us power to jetpack on. There we go. All right, so we should have... Well, that's not connected. Guessing that's too short. All right. So they should all be powered now. We can get rid of these and let it curve down nicely. Ish, anyway. Oh, okay, well that's an issue. But I guess we should fix that now, eh? So bush, 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 bush. And that's not going to be interfering with the train. All right. So I think a blueprint of the train tracks is probably going to make things a shit ton faster now. So theoretically, we could just add a train that's on this side of the tracks and have a signal here, here, there, and there. So a train will stop, wait for the train in here to leave, and can go back the other way. Now that's going to be the issue, though, is that this train is going to come in this way, and it's going to want to... It's going to want to come in here. Too long. That's horrible. That's horrible. Oh, what have I done? So a train comes here, goes whoosh, picks up stuff, and goes that way. Train goes here, goes around there, goes back out. I mean, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. We'll fix it, right? First make it exist, then make it perfect. Beep beep. Yeah, navigate those tracks. Let's see how you go. No, I've got to... So if we go from here, why doesn't it know what I'm trying to do there? What the fuck is that? Stop that. I mean, that's not that nice either, actually, now I look at it. I mean, I guess one of the options is just to make a parallel station. I mean, that's better. I mean, it looks like someone was trying to make it symmetrical. I'm still not entirely sure how the signals will go. Like, in my head, I'm like, you put a signal here, so it stops if there's a train in here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I wish it sort of snapped to the maximum length that the tracks would go, instead of like going, oh, too long. Because it would make this a lot quicker. And I know I can use blueprints. Why does it dip? I suppose because it's got a curve properly. All right, let's get these even. All right, now let's blueprint and get this carried on. Do we want it to go straight from here? I think we do, because I think... Yeah. I mean, it would be kind of cool to go through there, wouldn't it? Actually, what blueprints do we have for the train already? Is it kind of scuffed to just start using that blueprint like that and have this like just in the middle of nowhere? It might be. Do I care? Maybe not. I need to put that on a hotkey. Come on, why doesn't that connect properly? Where's my hotkey? Man, that's frustrating. I mean, I know I can nudge. It'd be nice if it got a bit closer before I had to nudge, though. That's how I can do it. I was doing that before, and I was like connecting it and then like assuming I had to like just let it go like that. But this lets me auto connect a long way. Oh, that is spectacular. Because that actually means what I'll be able to do is actually get it to navigate as well. So we get it to blue, we lock it, and then we can do all sorts of stuff. Can we rotate? Unfortunately not. What do we reckon? Is that threading that needle? Yeah, that is. Oh. Oh, what a joy. A train will fit through there, right? Maybe not that one. Let's have another shot at that. Connect. Let's get that as low as we can. That is going to be no problem. I hope. How big are the trains again? If it turns into a problem, we can address it fairly easily. So we're going to say no problem. How are we looking? I just wish I could rotate it a little bit. Building with the railways, because they're electrified, is so nice because it means that we keep attachment to our power. Step up the trees. And we're basically here. I like that more than like running it through the factory, so we can keep it to the side. And we can always pull in a track if we need to later on. I mean, arguably, we could make it a bit nicer of a slope. That's pretty janky because of how we've done it. But, you know what? Make it exist and make it perfect. We're going to stick with that as our excuse for everything. So, if we do that, and then I can make it to this PowerPoint, right? All right, so let's get this over on this side. So that's level. All right. So floating platform, fantastic. Everything's super realistic. Ah, stupid belt. We do want more power to fly around while we're doing this at the very least. Oh wait, you're not connected in this direction. Oh shit, the length of the tracks is going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Oh. We're going to try and get some guide points. Fucking delete. I think we're off. Oh no, maybe we're okay. Too steep. We are off. Too steep still. This is going to be so scuffed. Oh, that's not going to be on the grid because we... Damn it. Because we nudged. We didn't gridlock it. All right, that was so scuffed. What a mess. What an absolute right old state of affairs. Right, we are definitely in our make it work era still, so. I mean, this is maybe a little bit more believable without the foundations. The irony is I don't have signals unlocked yet, so that's going to be a whole fun to deal with. Right, it's time to stop. It should at least be parallel perfectly because we nudged, we didn't turn. So it should still be... Yeah, it should still line up perfectly. So while it's not on grid, it's not out of grid either. So we can clip that in to make this a full thingamabob, and then we could actually just blend this like that, so that when we exit this station, we'll be back on grid. What's our concrete like? 1500. Wait. Let's outline this on grid. So this is on grid. Which means this is on grid. Which means that is not on grid. So let's ditch that. Let's grab that. That is on grid. And we just sort of clip into being on grid outside of this area. All right. So now we have encased the off-grid area. So when we come out of this build, we'll be back on grid. Genius. How bad is the clipping on the textures? Concrete is pretty inconspicuous, so that's fine. Right, so we're going to bring bauxite here. And the bauxite is going to get dumped down to where the water is. So we're going to unload the bauxite. Basically straight down, and everything happens in there. So arguably we'll unload it to the right. So this goes this way, which means it connects to the left-hand track. Oh shit. So we have power back. I want track, please. So let's just throw that out there. So we've got our ability to fly. So you will do this. Actually, let's use our... Come on. So that can do that, which means then that comes in here and goes to there. And connects over to that. So we have our pass-through. So you're coming this way. And then you... Oh, come on. Give me a little bit of leeway here. See, I wish I could just do that and it would, like, make a nice curve for me. I wonder if I just need to blueprint this. I mean, that's a pretty bad clip, but... Oh, boy. Do it again. Okay, that I can live with. And we're fucked up anyway because we need to put in the stations. Good job, everyone. On grid. That is not right. Blueprint mode, that's why. Now think about it, we could, instead of doing it this way, we could start with the stations, the freight car. No, not the freight car, the freight station. Oh, we need to do the platform first. Boo. Freight station. We're gonna put it on this side. Fuck our plans from before. So that goes there. I think actually the way I got the other one is like I did this first. So let's get it right. All right, fuck the end. Like we won't worry about this. We'll figure that out later. But now we have a loop for a train. Now the downside is we have no unlocked signals. But we can potentially... That is the wrong way. Train goes that way, right? All right. Choo-choo. Oh shit, I guess that's the other thing, is making sure I can go up all the inclines. Such a scuffed railway. Safe. There's a big incline here. Okay, so we should be safe if we go this way because the train is on the other train is on the other side of the track. God, yeah, there it goes. Woo! Aha. So I think if we set the train to unload at the other station, it's going to start unloading, right? Because I'm assuming this is full. I'm assuming this is just chockers because like we're not processing aluminum fast. 100%. All right. So let's... Can we Okay, I need to be on the actual train. So we're gonna wait for the other train to come back because I've just realized that we can potentially change its schedule and maybe start getting bauxite delivered to the other train station. Zoom. I did not realize we could do that. All right, good luck. So bauxite is being loaded there. Sulfur is there. So we make aluminum casing, sulfuric acid. Oops. That's everything we need there. Why am I going back here? What was the plan? I was going back here to potentially research signals. But I may not need signals because I have a train now. God, I could have gotten the train back. So now we might be able to make a battery factory. Which means our turbo fuel, rocket fuel, can be put off for a little while. It's annoying. Because batteries will do. And then we can start using drones to move quartz more effectively. The train didn't go past, which means it kept going, which means it's going to the other stop. Which means we might have a mainline supply of bauxite that we can go wherever the train gets extended to. Man, this hover pack is slow. And one downside is that our what do you call it? Our lift is an uplift, not a downlift, and there's not an easy way to switch them. So I guess we'll quickly make one of these. Get lost. No. All right, clear. Lift, but go down. Oh, stop it. You know it starts to get late when I start pressing the wrong button consistently. Right. Can I encase this, please? It's not exactly the same as the other one, but it'll do. All right. Ah, caps. Downlift. God, is it really easier than getting water up? I wish there was a way to measure distances. Like, I know I could, like, zoop foundations and count how many foundations it builds. But a different way would be nice. See, if this swooped, so, like, it angled instead of just, like, jutting to the side because I was using nudge, that would be a lot better. Did the train make it? I guess if there's bauxite in here. That is not an auspicious sign. I mean, it's operational. So this looks like a good place further down. Connect. Actually, you know what? A lift. So then I can use power to get up and down. Right, you jerk off. God, you got too much health. All right. So now we should be able to downscalate properly. down escalator. So that's going to bring stuff. Actually, what we should possibly do is come from here. Like that. And then here we'll use a splitter. No, not a smart splitter. Or maybe a smart splitter. Go down like that. So, now we just need bauxite down here. Which I guess means figuring out what's happening with this train. The good news is actually that part of this infrastructure, getting a train out here just to deliver bauxite, means that I'm also getting the train close to a platform that's going to have access to everything except for quartz, because there's sulfur, caterium, iron, copper, coal, I guess no oil, but we are making the train more feasible for others. Oh shit, don't go off the tracks and lose access to power. Holy moly. It's all been infrastructure, unfortunately. Not, I haven't done any progress. I mean, infrastructure is a type of progress, don't get me wrong, but it is nice when you actually start producing something. But this is all the work we've got to do. These are the vegetables we've got to eat before our tasty battery dessert. All right, there's the train. Where are you going? What do you think your job is? Come here. There must be a way to control the trains remotely, right? You'd think so. I do like how neat it is here. I've got a feeling the train's only got one freight cart, so we need to add a second freight cart. Scavode. Aluminum Heights. $11:30. It's such a time sink, this game. Last time I looked at my watch, I swear it was like 9:40 or something. So there's an arrow pointing right. Is that because the signal needs to change? There's an arrow pointing right. I just want to get bauxite there, and then I can go and watch Uwasume Cinderella Grey. And maybe quickly do my Zenless Zone Zero dailies. Mosh. Edit timetable. Why? What's going on? All right, so now it should... So now hopefully it will stop everywhere. So I can make it unload only at these stops, and then load aluminum or bauxite. Aluminum in potential. It doesn't feel like 100 k's an hour. Oh god, the power usage changes depending on like how hard the trains work. So please go to the next station from here. Non-coping. Come on, come on, come on. Straight, straight, straight. Let's... Alright, so hopefully now... No! No! Ah! I want to see the aluminum come out. Damn it. It's got 2 freight cars now. Not entirely sure how much space I need for batteries, but I can't cover all the water because we came down here to get access to water. But we can start to plan some stuff out while we wait to make sure that we're going to get bauxite unloaded here. So, I think we want refineries. That make sloppy alumina. Alright, so we're making alumina solution, and that was one of the things that a battery needed. We don't make batteries in here, do we? No. Assuming a battery is a manufacturer. Right, so here's a manufacturer. Maybe you don't make a batteries here. Maybe it's an assembler? Right. Where do we make batteries? A blend? Oh god, a blender. So one blender makes 20. So 40 alumina solution. This is making 240. All right. So let's say we wanted to make... Wait, what's this? Full inventory. God, so much crap. right, so we need to make scrap. Aluminous solution and coal. Okay, so that's a 1-to-1. So that makes 360 scrap per minute. And then scrap goes to a foundry. Wait, an ingot requires silica? Silica. I think we need the pure aluminum ingot recipe. But do we have that? And it's just in a constructor instead? I thought we had that. No, smeltery. Yes. Yes, we do. And then to make the casing, it was the assembler. No, the constructor. Right, so 60 per minute. That makes 20, so we can make 3 out of 1 assembler's worth. So that makes 60 per minute. The aluminous solution, we need 120. So that makes 240. So we could double that again and have 2 of these. Running out of space. I mean, I guess we could also just, like, overclock them, but... Alright, so now that is... 240... That's using 200 per minute. It's a lot of bauxite. And that's feeding that. So one of those goes directly to 6 of those. One of those makes 240. Goes to here, which uses 240 to make 360 scrap. Which goes here, which makes 30. But we need 90, so we need 180. So we need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those 6 feed those 2. And those 2 make 180, 120, which feeds the 6 of those, which is 120. And then we need sulfuric acid. So now we need a refinery for sulfuric acid. So that makes 50. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Because that was a lot, wasn't it? Sulfuric acid. So then we need 6 of these. And that just needs sulfur water. So that's... what's the water extractor give me again? I've got a feeling it's like 240. I think it's 300 fully overclocked. So 6 of those, 1 fully overclocked, will feed that. And then this is 200, 400, 520. So then we need 2 of these. Right. What is this? Oh, it's that. Right. There's no bauxite yet. That is troublesome. Would have expected bauxite burning. Alright, so space isn't going to be an issue. I think we can fit a battery factory down here. So... Wait, there's 2 for these. 2 for those. 6 times 5, 300. 1 for that, and then it was 2 for that. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. I mean, we could build the factory over there, but there's a road, which, I don't know, one day maybe I'll do the roads for fun and use them. I mean, technically there's a road there too, but... Alright, let's look into what's going on with this railway. Hopefully it's just like a misconnected... It's not. Where's our train? On its way. There must be a way to like control the trains from somewhere else. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Battery Lake. Choo choo, motherfucker, choo choo. I guess the question will be whether or not I want to saturate the line with like maybe another train or two and use signals to try and get them running in order. Theoretically, if I put a signal before every station, it wouldn't go in until it was out. If I put a stop signal here and a stop signal there, would that block this? So a train would unload, and as soon as it passed this signal, it leaves that block. That signal goes green, and then that train would go in. So theoretically, if it was one big loop, as long as I did it here, the trains would never crash. Where is it? Battery Lake. If I think about the railway designs a little bit more, if they were 4 wide instead of 3 wide, then this track that would not have to be adjusted when it went past the station. It's not quite as compact, but maybe it's oh, so what is going on with this train? It's coming now, right? Maybe it was off the map and just the icon was showing me where it was roughly. There it is. I still hadn't like used trains a lot in Factorio and stuff, so like even on like a easier to sort of appreciate two-dimensional plane, I haven't really wrapped my head around trains. And well, effectively this is still 2-dimensionals. You don't look like you're unloading. So is that because it's full? I swear it looked like it was like switching cargo, particularly here. Yeah, so this one's working. Right, so now it should pick up from Aluminum Heights. All right, let's see a load unload. Or just a load, I guess. All right, so the one that unloaded is reloading. It's so interesting the way that they do the load and unload animation. All right, so we're loaded back up. Now, Battery Lake, we want to unload bauxite. Why? Why aren't you stopping here? What's going on? think is killer. No, it can't be because it's got no power, because it's connected to power. Why won't it dock? God, it's after midnight. Satisfactory train won't dock. Lack of power. Train tracks are supposed to bring power, right? So it shouldn't be a lack of power, but for the sake of troubleshooting, I swear to God. Yeah, no, it's got power. Overlapping on malfunctioning platform. I guess the other option was to try rebuilding, potentially. So let's move out of the platform. All right. That's my docking option. Still no dock. All right. We'll try rebuilding the station as well. All right. Battery Lake. I didn't get it. Full of bauxite. Oh my god. Oh my god. The freight platforms. The fucking freight platform. Oh, holy shit. Oh, you son of a bitch. And like I've fucked them up, so. You dirty, dirty, dirty. Unload. Unload. No. Merger? All right, edit timetable. All right, so Milano, restock, Battery Lake, restock, Milano, restock. That should be right. Now we should be able to dock. Docking. Too much spice. Too spicy. Docking. Thank goodness for that. Holy moly. You've got to set the freight stations to load or unload. And then zoom. And there we have everything we need for a battery now. It is after midnight. I'm going to bed. Have a good one. We did stuff. Happy days.